Hello, everyone. I'm Tanya Rivero. Thank you for joining me in my home studio. The Trump administration has abruptly pulled funding for U.S. research into bats and coronaviruses. The nonprofit EcoHealth Alliance worked in China to trap bats and collect bodily fluid samples. The aim was to try and identify new coronaviruses. Their funding was yanked over the group's ties to the Wuhan Institute of Virology. President Trump has claimed the coronavirus leaked from a lab at the Wuhan Institute. China has denied these allegations, and U.S. authorities have found no evidence this is the case. For more on this, Professor Robert Gary is a microbiologist at Tulane University, and he joins me via Skype from New Orleans. Welcome, Professor Gary. Thank you so much for joining us today. Now, you work on COVID-19 research. How important was this research to understanding the current pandemic?
Well, this is very important work for the long term. I mean, not so much for this pandemic. I mean, this virus, which was wholly or mostly from a bat, coronavirus, is spreading in your neighborhood, and it's spreading in my neighborhood too, and in neighborhoods all over the planet. We need to stop it.
Does this mean that we could potentially miss something important in the future related to new outbreaks? I mean, it seems that with the U.S. government accusing this Wuhan lab of, either faulty safety practices or whatnot, that there's a great risk that the international scientific community could become segregated and not share information with each other. And does that then put global health at an even greater risk?
Absolutely. We know from the work that was just terminated and other work around the world that there is a great diversity of coronaviruses in bats and other animals. Now, we've only sampled a small part of that diversity. Many of these bat and other animal coronaviruses can potentially spread to humans. And with some, probably minor adaptations, these viruses would pose a threat to start another pandemic. There was a SARS-1 several years back. There's now a SARS-2. I can predict, with some confidence that there will be a SARS-3 and a SARS-4. We need to do more research on that and other animal coronaviruses, not less.
And so, Professor Gary, is it unusual for this kind of funding to be suddenly pulled after it was renewed only last year?
Yes, unfortunately, that's highly unusual. Usually only happens, if there's some, flaw in the research or they suspect some misconduct. And, I've never really heard it done before.